Hello and welcome back to some more The Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Last time we got through the start of case 3 and we're going to be continuing today. Let me just sort myself out real quick. I'm curious if I can make myself a bit more comfortable for this. It'll be an interesting experiment I'm doing in a moment. Okay. Let's get this. Oop, I didn't mean to whiff the fucking mic there. Alright. Hey Curb. Finally the time has come to find out who daylight saving time's murdered. Oh god. Does Great Britain do daylight savings? Does the United Kingdom, the UK, do daylight savings? I don't know. You know, it's really fucked that in Australia we have the entire East Coast and then half of us don't do daylight savings. Like, where's the fucking consistency, Queensland? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's give this a shot. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened. Mr. Sato, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of things ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just asking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, what happened? What's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to ask him a question, along with the young girl. Oh, so we're going through an investigation segment now? Who was she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She's taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? There's also South Australia, who is 30 minutes behind other states. This time is messed up on the side of the world. Oh my god, that's right. We have half-hour time zones, don't we? Actually gonna fucking cry. Holy shit. The 20 pence. Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there are in fact 5 passengers. Which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. I know my mathematics. I know my times tables, my 4 times tables, my 5 times tables. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed to the courtroom. The trial will commence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go straight in away. That's not what I said, but, well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. We'll know soon enough, Mr. Sato. Yes. Okay. 18th of February, 1 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Why has he got his hands behind him like they're like cuffed or something? Hello? I feel like I've seen this character before. I don't know why. I mean, I think I've seen like random screenshots from this game of like animations and shit occasionally. You're at the section I'm at. I should really start playing now. Well, I hope I'm good motivation for you to get through this game, because this game is so good, so good already. Holy shit. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look! She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Von Six.
My lord.
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which failed proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious, the army! What in the devil's name?
We've gone through it regardless, yet it's fun playing alongside someone else. Yeah, I haven't done that before. I think I did try with some of like Chugga Conroy's old Let's Plays, but I never really did it. I'm much better at playing games through games at my own pace.
It was an
Oh wait, hang on, wrong voice. It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery. But she was caught, and now occupies the stand.
Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded?
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why is it that when we last was here in the first place, why'd you try to boat like that? It is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded, give your testimony. You explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Alright. How's the audio, by the way? The young girl.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then beggar alarm got and we screamed like we were for the first start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet. So I sat him up on the seat for across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from. And bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding the omnibus. Is that correct?
This is exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the fifth passenger, my lord.
Okay.
Very well. The defense now may cross-examine the witness.
I read... Should be May now, not now May. Now May from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. Interesting. Okay. Now, on the night in question, I took the backseat. Okay. Turn. In where? I bet I know where it is. I just need to figure out how to present the right evidence to prove that. I'm wondering if I need to press or present here. Because if he turned, I'm wondering. Okay, let me press. Hold on. Hold it! I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir. I could see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now, it's just a queer thing.
Queer?
The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Good gracious. I also discovered to be the latter 5 episodes. I didn't realize there were 10 episodes instead of 5. This is going to take many streams and... Wait, hang on. Oh, you mean the second game? Because this is a compilation of 2 games. That's why there'd be 10 episodes total. Because I'm only planning on streaming through the first game, and I'll come back to the second game another time. Because remember, these were 2 separate 3DS games initially. Under your backside.
And when I lifted the seat, on which I'd be sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage.
Oh, you can, yeah, right. The second game, gotcha. Mr. Naruto, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yes, of course. The whole bus is submitted as evidence. I've already examined it. This will be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside.
And that's when they found her.
I've already examined this, right? Will there be any new dialogue? I doubt it. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. When was this here? I didn't even notice this blood here. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is so obvious that that's all. And yet, Von Zieks made no mention of it. So that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? I also didn't notice it. So that's something. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Does it look like it's the same dialogue? No, yeah, it's different dialogue. Okay, because I can't skip it. This is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what that is. Wait a sec. The little bags are gone. There were bags there before. And this bloodstain wasn't here before, was it? Is that why I didn't notice it? I get the feeling this has actually changed. I don't think the bloodstain was there before.
Yeah, I don't recall either of those being there before. Yes, this has actually changed, which is... That's very questionable. Hold it! You say she was hiding herself?
Aye, that's right. It was hard to see the dim lamplight. But she was all curled up in a wee ball when I met well. Me heart nearly stopped beating me in my chest.
You're really overreacting to this.
Still, I know, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her.
The seat opposite.
That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You saw this young girl next to the corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just what his urgent was, you see? And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice this time.
Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who's sitting on the roof deck seat.
Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witness did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGill. What they believe to be yourself and the victim is, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord,
I knew he'd say aye.
I was, as I think everyone understands, now sat at the back of the old carriage out of sight.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature. I rarely confused back with this young girl.
After that, of course. But the scream from the general of us revelers was something wrong for the horses.
I don't wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo. Being the defense's lawyer and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony. Let's just say it's trying. We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGill before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. We must just try to learn all the facts we can. When we arrived in London this morning, I didn't see my day panning out like this. Mr. Naruhodo, no grumbling, even your head. How did you know? Oh my god. Okay. Floor at his feet. Okay.
I wonder if I just...
Objection!
No, that's not it. That's certainly not it. Okay, I don't know why I tried that. That's not good. I shouldn't have done that. Because I didn't save, so I don't want to reload anything. Okay. Let's try this again. First of all, let's save. Fella collapsed on the floor at my feet. Huh.
Hold it!
I'm curious about this. You sat him up, the victim, you mean?
That I did. Across on the seat across from me, as I said, could plainly see the four devils already gone. And you wouldn't believe a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? It is common courtesy, so it is.
I find it a little hard to believe.
Ara!
Okay, I feel... Did they not translate that?
Ara!
I can't imagine this man speaking like that, but... Huh. That seems out of place.
Now why would that be?
You wake to find a dead man. You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone was thankful for the help I offered them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
Are you suggesting that you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive, no! I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are, there were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got the meddle. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. There's like 2 statements I haven't done. I'm curious about
Hold it!
A loud thud, you say, and a scream.
Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground, that sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed?
Well now, you remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me up, I opened me eyes. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
Oh, from the seats above you on the rooftop.
Not above me, me lord. It was from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the stream, no. I was just under the surface right before my eyes.
Right, okay. What's the inconsistency?
Hold it!
And when you first got onto the wheels, were there any other passengers already on board?
There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You're the first passenger, as it were. I see.
Aye, that's why I took the backside, I did.
This is the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat?
By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier.
Okay.
I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who established sitting. Like I said, it's the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease.
Okay.
And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well.
Right, so I wasn't meant to present anything. I was supposed to just press everything. Gotcha.
The events explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer and it's a cross among large crowds relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What?
The girl here? A petty thief? Ugh.
Interesting.
Ora, ora! This is true, Miss Lestrade. Miss Lestrade, you answered the question.
Holy shit.
Boom, bitch!
How dare you? What is the meaning of this? Oh, the girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes. I'm over here.
Good gracious, how?
What was the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you are, what you lot are thinking. All grown-ups are the same. This dirty little dipper, you say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself back in the corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on, that's what you in your head, she ain't it?
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not the Holy shit.
Take this!
What? What?
Look, knives are for cowards, only thugs use weapons like that. All I need to do is walk these things here. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, maybe not in your eyes, but I have pride in what I do.
Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs.
Oh, this? Yeah, this was my bag I lifted the other day. That way they keep four-wheel drives. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best.
Oh, do not wave that thing in my direction away again.
So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question?
Is it right, lass? You can tell them the truth now. Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
He's Irish, okay. She has the same name as a childhood dog. Okay.
The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we want to hear your testimony, if you please. You'll tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
Alright, if I have to.
Interesting. What the girl saw.
So I stuck into the carriage, but they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for my troubles that night. I tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then, after a while, I hear this loud bang, and they jumped out of me skin, I did. And the scream just came out. Because of that, the swell found me. He didn't help me get away, mind.
Interesting. Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Hey, to simplicity myself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact.
How?
As I'm sure I said before, sir.
Underneath.
I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a demonstration is called for.
This is where I was sat that night.
And the cubby house of which you're speaking is underneath the scene, I presume. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate some of the girls' stature.
Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there because I parked myself in the seat for the duration.
Ah!
So you see, that's why I lit the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined by the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question.
Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate loss.
My goodness.
What a perfect gentleman!
My lord! This fine example of a man cannot be possibly guilty of a heinous crime of this. I'm ashamed of myself for doing it, sir. Holy shit. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. What does this mean?
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning of the verdict of not guilty.
Mr. Naruhodo, this, well, it must mean what? That we're victorious. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Holy shit! If the sight of my iron heel Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy. Holy shit. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness's last statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think that Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord!
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate this gilded story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seats. What? I noticed this as well.
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effective, counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend, me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the under-seat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. How this all is an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Von Zeeth.
Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment on the seat in the omnibus? It wasn't empty. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause or the counsel for the defense. but as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes.
Are you sure, Counsel?
R.B. West.
Whist what?
What are you saying now, you daft door? I thought you weren't on my side here.
I've decided I'll stand until you get up to the point out, so I'm not in the mood to play the game currently. Fair enough. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Shinjitsu o tsugeru. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clear as honestly as possible. Interesting.
This is not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing and not together or reliable. No, the course must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole in the seat is as empty as the also it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest to admit that you might have been mistaken?
Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh on this matter, I think.
That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild rules state that the omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times, so it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible.
That money-leading fleecer and the pig purse are lying.
Ah!
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich always stink is nothing but cowards, a lot of them.
What? Oh no. I actually... yeah.
It's a trick. Of course it's a trick.
Look. I find this interesting because all the other games in the series basically they kind of focus on the idea of conveying the truth. So that's why I went with that particular option because, well, I think, yeah, it's interesting because this is very early on, you know, in the timeline. I didn't read that message, my bad. I think that's gonna be it. It's probably gonna be equal.
It's calm, calculated reasoning. Every time.
Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. Thank you for commenting on that, because she says it every single time. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, Counsel, but before we proceed any further, there is a matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, your beginning questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted, almost beyond recognition. In the Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Okay, cross-examination. What the girl saw. Moderato, or is this a Lego actually? Actually, this is probably a Lego. Okay, so before they hooked up the horses. Oh right, they'd probably say Holmes instead of Sholmes. Sorry, Holmes, wouldn't they? But I guess it's Sholmes, so they would be saying Sholmes. What was it? Erlock, probably. Mr. Erlock? I see a blind thing in my eye. After a while, I hear this loud bang, and it jumped at my skin. Because of that, this swell found me. Did help me get away.
Hold it!
So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of sending a joy to make a few bob, eh? That's a real merry, isn't it?
I suppose she means there's no point in spending money to make money. Actually makes sense.
Cancel! May I remind you, this girl's a petty thief. Can they refrain from entering her tenants?
Well, that does clear up the little merits of the fares and all. 4 paying passenger, 5 pence apiece, making this 20 to the cabman testified. Once, little escape race run for free. The red conch of a driver. Hang on. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grip before its last run, you see? That's when I slip into the carriage and get myself in the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach.
Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that and cram into the corner then. None seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the sheet. That's all I can tell you.
It seemed to be the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
I wonder where she moved it to, though.
But with the lights all over.
Okay, hold on.
Hold it!
A waste of time. Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God permit.
At least some of the time.
I beg your pardon, did you say God permit?
Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You say the omnibus, I suppose. Point is, any no one on, and the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it. Only on that night. This cove was sat on me seats from the start. And he didn't budge the old way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage at the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister. To be sure, I was shook as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on to find a child, do you?
So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then.
I'll tell you can't see a blind thing.
Okay.
Hold it!
Bangers. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily.
That's right.
Oh god, I don't know what to do for a voice for her.
That's right. I felt the cushion over me. It gets light all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes?
Or not. Could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not?
Well, though, do you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. Push up the cushion and quick twitch as well. I had the chance, and the Irishman was sitting up the block and and full on the seat opposite.
That matches Mr. McGilder's account, of course.
But then the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but I still look right then. I should never have risked looking.
The swell found me, he did help me get away.
Hold it!
And when the Mr. McGilder discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff he was. He dragged me out and sat me down in sea roll.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Yeah, the bloke in a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. The carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me.
How awful.
Both me hands got covered in blood and made me feel sick as a dog.
Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. I see. After that, I believe you talked with Ms. McGilder for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted me to know my name and what I was up to and that. And I heard something from above. Somebody scream.
Yes, Miss First on the roof, I presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look good. And the horses were drawn smartish, and yes, Irishman says to me, get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later.
All 6 members of the jury have decided the defendant was innocent.
One brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they're still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. Something bothering me. But I just can't quite put my finger on it. I pressed this, didn't I?
Hold it!
Yes, I did. And the screen just came out. I think I pressed
Hold it!
everything. So it just means I gotta present something. Let's see. Did I press this one actually? I didn't. So you couldn't see out of the cabin at all?
Not a joke. Most days I put the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm going to fit up.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. See I get a lane as plush as the other one, you see? Most of the time, the passengers blend themselves the opposite. For some reason, that night, this Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to pick out, I see.
Truth is, I'm too happy in small dark places feel so much like being thrown in the clink. Well, no.
Hello.
Excuse me!
Excuse me. Is something wrong, Mr. McGilder?
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel?
I'm just wondering, Miss Lestrade's last comment, made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lost is all. I remember feeling desperate to myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, it all was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Actually be off now since I want to go touch grass before it gets too dark out. Speaking of, I need to turn on some lights.
Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you seem here seem that much louder as well. Yeah, I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrade! Did you hear something that night? Any unusual noise, perhaps?
Nah, not really. All I could hear is the Irishman snoring. But jeebus, no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp.
What a pity. When Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Profoundly important, I think. My lord, I believe the statement made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm sure of that.
I'm not sure that I understand any working of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless, Gino Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating the last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. Alright, have a good rest of the stream. Thanks for joining me, Chirp. I'll see you later. Let's see. Let me turn on some lights. Hold up. I do need lights to go on, so give me 1 moment to do that. Alright. Lights are on. Let me get my headphones back on. Oh god. As I've said, getting headphones on with one arm is not very fun, to be completely frank. So, one thing at a time. Hey. 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 Here we go. Okay, headphones on. Solid. Let's go. All I could hear was snoring. What's wrong with that? I've actually examined this. Part of the sheath. The part of the sheath, isn't it? Are you right, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, sorry, yes. I just don't really like blades. Oh, doesn't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Oh, that's so fucking... Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Ugh, that looks like a lot of blood. It surely is blood, the victims. Ugh, an Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. You think it wouldn't? Sorry, just though I've only arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilda's initial. It's beautifully gilded too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. Turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure. Of course you fucking said turnabout. Really? You have to put that fucking word there? I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I am sure is this. It's that it's an M. Oh. Well, that EG was quickly quashed. Yeah, it can look like a W, but it's like the way it's written, I think. I don't know. It could be a W. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to actually investigate on this, but it's worth at least checking. Okay. Oh fuck. Hold on. Oh fuck, I just hurt my arm. Oh shit. I hope it's okay. Oh, fuck me. Fuck this! I fucking hate this. Oh, fuck.
Sorry about that. Oh god. It really was unpleasant. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh god. Okay. Let's continue. Sorry. Oh god. I'm really hoping this isn't gonna be a problem. Oh god. I just moved in a way that really hurt, and that's not fun. Oh god. Okay. What couldn't she hear? Let me hold it again. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, just the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry. Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. We just pushed the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what will work. And then, when I saw the swell get warm, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGill sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah. Would you and Adam and Eve, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there so I heard him leave, see? Would he? Not likely. And though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market. It's not like the old dog he was. And any conclusion we can draw from that, I wonder. It doesn't add up. Yes, because then when did the other guy come in? Miss Lestrade, what you've just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely. It seems my learned Nepalese friends is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zieks realize it too. Van Zieks.
Counsel! I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some call supposed party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate things in the latest contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus last night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda's snoring. But think, Miranosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear the night of question. Presence of the following person.
Take that!
There we go. Take that! That!
Thrice-fied Mason?
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Explain your reason, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person aboard was Mr. McGilden. That's it was, not the solar in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through that crack in the under the seat cushion. He was on his own, for sure. And, from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening and closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. It's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't it? Waiting for the swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh!
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the fact. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Von Zeeks!
Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrange's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Is that right? How could the victim personally not boarded the omnibus? It makes no sense whatsoever. He goes pickpocket. Let's not forget that. She didn't even say anything.
I didn't want to judge the little wife just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
Neither can I. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than the subject of his ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. Oh shit.
Mr. Naruto, there's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend, to the considerable troubles that you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing.
Why are you playing it? Have you forgotten you're working for Ulysses Eden Marmaton? This carnage is perfect.
Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruto, the way is this going?
I know. We can't find some new way to convince everyone Mr. Smithfield is innocent. The judge will rule, and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service between us must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we were to consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying?
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, well, we'll not tolerate you attempting to pervert my injunction. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain that the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? There was no that. I didn't mean to say that. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Obviously, the victim must have been placed in the carriage after it was killed.
Objection!
Tell me, my little friend, what was the function of that obviously in your last sentence?
Wow, said Lord Von Zeeks. Obviously, it's troubling me also.
No, That's really not the point. The point is that the victim must have been moved into the carriage afterwards. I got it wrong. Then answer me this. How could it have ever been placed inside a moving carriage? Well, obviously, okay. Never mind. Must learn to ramble more relevantly. Penalty is not heavy enough judging from those Nipponese eyes. Okay. He was in there already. Because there can't be another entrance, I'm guessing. Clearly, he was in there already from beforehand.
Objection!
But yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Tell me, my little friend. What was the function of that clearly in your last sentence? Okay. Well, I know the answer now. There must be another entrance. Maybe from below. Let me check. Maybe, no, maybe the skylight opens up. Oh, wait! Maybe the skylight opens up. Oh, that's absolutely possible. Okay. If the door wasn't opened even once, if the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabinet some other way. No, that makes sense, actually. If the skylight is openable, right? It makes sense because they heard a thud and they didn't know what the thud was. He was lying on the floor before he was propped up. Yeah, he was probably dropped down from there then. I wonder what new fantasy would come up in your mind. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabinet is furnished with a door. The other has only 2 windows. Fixed windows, which you cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin on the other than the door.
Objection!
But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use for which to allow the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here's the only person the incident occurred.
This.
Take that!
Yes, got it. The answer's obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight!
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection!
the skylight may be well large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brain theory? Both Mr. McGild and Miss Lestrade, oh, like Let's Trade, said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from a seat onto the floor have made such a loud noise as the witness described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into
Objection!
it. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible! How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside, through the skylights, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but...
Hello. Quite a humble fella, make a wee comment here.
Mr. McGilded.
To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. It's gonna be never unable to say.
What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason to not mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my goodness, surely not.
There's the chaps on the roof.
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Ah!
Oh my god, she's typing so fucking fast, holy shit.
Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
Holy shit, what the fuck? You writer, he said you writer, what are you insinuating? Holy shit.
This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I.
Mr. Fairplay.
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and a well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace, scandalous. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, I protest too. About you rotten scoundrel.
I wonder if the W could be referring to his fucking mustache or something.
Order! 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 This is not the time, witnesses. Will not permit this wanton invasion of the Senate. Return to the outer room at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord fucking sakes.
Interesting. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witness. My learned friend has seemed to fit abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young Japanese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose to this courtroom that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
What all that stuff for? Get to them to testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I saw the... We have to see this matter through one way or another.
If there's a filth and rubbish in them, it's real suspensive at once.
Oh wow, that's voice. That's actually voice. Wow. Wow!
They never had this in other games. I mean, maybe they had it in Spirit of Justice, but I don't remember. The spectators in the public gallery are in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay, Mr. First.
My lord.
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought on by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward, relentlessly.
refuting the accusation.
We were the only two people on that roof deck dead or alive, I can swear to that.
If anything had happened while we were sitting, you think one of the others would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim, and we had no reason to kill the man.
This guy was shot the entire time here. I tell you, we could possibly have opened it.
So I saw that the victim through the skylight. Where's your proof?
That means I can't do much with that, huh?
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck.
Could have been Beppo? Where's Beppo? Was he on the front seat, perhaps?
Without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see. We're innocent! We're innocent, I tell you! Although logically, of course, the argument falls down left the two in collusion with each other. What? According to the investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial's going in our favor, really, so why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. I wonder, perhaps he is actually just guilty.
Are two people up on that roof deck dead or alive? I can swear to that.
In case neither of us know the person. Starlight was shot the entire time, I tell you. Couldn't possibly have known.
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that? The Skylar was shot the entire time.
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute!
Thank you, Wario. He's going to lose the block with you in a minute, that's what he said.
Take a look for yourself, go on! You say it's shot fast now, like it was on the night.
So it is, of course. I found the size of Mr. Mason could likely break through it still and all.
What?
Just looking at the size of that thing, you understand.
Now you hold on a minute there, sir. That thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Stop biting on our cane, shall we? Oh, actually, he could have opened it with his cane. I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shook myself with it as it happens.
Yes. Unexpected confession, Mr. Faust.
Oh, I just meant to see, well, point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went red in the verge, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, skylight can't be open. I tried when I was inside the cabin. Shame.
Right.
Hello.
Excuse me.
I like this. It's giving more incentive to press statements, actually. It's a neat addition. I like this feature. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! It opens. The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? All of them skylights open dead easy. Obviously, then you can load that weapon. That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, You can't tell from inside, you mook. Oh! Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck with one of them guys. And had a great haul. I mean, had buzzes coming out of my ears.
This is right. This is not the fun to be illusionized under criminal activity.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't open both the bus and leg it. So what he did was I used the skeleton, opened the catch and jumped right through. What? Yeah, there's catch for them skylights on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck?
Bailiff! Grab the roof at once and verify this witness's claim.
Oh my hat! See? Yeah. Interesting. I'm actually gonna, because no one's in chat right now, I'm gonna pop this back to full screen, I think.
Ora! Ora! So it appears this great statement is quite true.
I don't believe it, the skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Listen to the puddle. Let's read the clue we're looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. The skylight was fastened shut before. Now the catch has been undone. Should be able to open it. This is the this opening sure. For us. Oh, I found it. Wait, how do I examine it? Oh, maybe I go inside and examine it. Oh shit, I didn't even do that. It's still open. Yeah, I think what I'm supposed to do is actually go inside and examine it. This is a unique case. I quite like this. Okay, here we go. Yes, it's open very wide, doesn't it? Why not take someone like you through so? It's not a photo. Why someone like me? Oh, what is it? Look, it's here. Look at this. That's without question. It's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be related to the case, can it? I can't inspect the latch.
Objection!
There we go. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very court.
What?
That's utter humbug. Humbug. Ah! You can't possibly have any evidence.
You can't! I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof here in this court. Counsel.
My lord!
I believe everyone will appreciate a little clarification here,
Okay.
Where exactly within the omnibus is evidence to which you allude? You'll point out what it is that proves the victim fell through the roof through the skylight.
Hello.
Got it!
Got it!
By Jupiter, is that blood?
Oh. This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
Hold it! But! But the blood could have been sprayed up there when he was a fellow sat inside the carrot.
It only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight, sure, and that would be very convenient.
Oh,
And let's keep it in mind that the skylights can only be unfastened from the roof. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? The gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor in the cabin between the seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from the fair hat right there, so please.
what? No!
But it can't be. It's all
Lies! Usura!
Hold it!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now what the filthy rubbish in this courtroom.
So, they thought they could pull the wool on my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guilty characters being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always you that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
My god. On 3 then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. And that's because I need to adjust some more things with my chair. Make my arm a bit more comfortable. Okay. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
I actually feel like that's right. Because I'm looking at this right. Look at this. As I said, I never noticed the blood on the floor. See, the thing here is, look how much darker this blood is compared to this blood. And then also look at this blood and how red it is. That must mean that, yeah, it's new blood, effectively. Yeah. It's there for all to see and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began.
But, are you suggesting Lord Van Zeeks
The same blood was fabricated. Yes, and while this court has been in session.
What?
Yeah, what a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to the public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's wrong with the tongue of the reaper of the belly.
Mr. McGilded, I realize this is your first appearance as court as accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts, what does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of crime, bribing witnesses. I trust your abilities to concoct the most convenient of stories.
Lord Van Zeeks, this will not do, to be sure. Wait now, Council.
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched achievement by desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But, if yes will cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? Could anyone possibly put a sea of blood in without his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Council?
It's true. The omnibus is in full view the entire time of the closing session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh, good gracious! Explain yourself, Council.
Yes, there is. It seems my lonely bonding friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit!
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take as a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the scan, Miss Gina Lestrade. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face.
Bailiff,
Don't let this cute. Okay, we've seen this. Right. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave the chamber. In that brief interval, the number of under the veil of smoke and all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal the inside of the omnibus. I knew it.
Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, ye? You rotten feckless gouger!
Feckless gouger? I actually wonder, because this game, I'm pretty sure does kind of mess with series tradition. See, there's nothing that's telling us that we have to defend this guy. Yes, we have the tent to prove that he is innocent. Right? We have the test from the High Justice or whatever, the Chief Justice. However, if the scenario is that he's guilty and we hope to prove that he's guilty, I would imagine that based on series history, actually, they would value the truth more so than proving his innocence. Unless there's some corruption in, you know, the whole legal system, which probably is, but as such, you know, it's honestly entirely possible that we might be proving his guilt this trial, and that might be what we're supposed to be doing, you know? This is really interesting, because, you know, they've done it once before, in the second game. Which, really fascinating.
You're supposed to be defending me. 'Twas a wicked plot. This is a plot to undermine me,
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies such as...
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Very logical devices. Nobody has corroborated your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled up, both the storage compartment and the skylight was shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we can not establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry. About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I have an inkling. My lord,
Yes, counsel.
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in devil's name are you gonna say now? If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you better be started by watching your back.
Objection!
Silence, McGilded! The court awaits in the defense's clarification. I'm actually wondering what they're gonna get me to do, so I'm gonna say. Not what I meant to do, hold on. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel.
Got it! If we consider the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. Hold on. You have to live with me trying to readjust things. Again, my arm is fractured, so if I'm not comfortable, I will be adjusting things and taking breaks from continuing. I hope that's okay. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that blood stain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether the evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded,
I did everything possible to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now.
but you're the defendant. Holy shit. Holy shit.
It's over, I tell ye.
Oh my god. Okay. Hold up. Yeah, I'm getting the inkling that he might be... I don't know if he's guilty, but I don't think the play here is to necessarily prove him innocent.
Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. This is all nonsense. That's what counts. The fact is, that bloodstain is there now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it being, that good-for-nothing Reap of the Berry has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought I'd be better of Lord Von Zeeks. Well, my lord!
I must confess with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and the absence of any credible methods by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
I know how to prove it. It's Can you not fucking look at the color of the blood? I'm actually gonna scream. Look how bright it is compared to this. That's dry blood. This is fresh blood. Maybe it's just fucking ketchup. Oh god. Your lordship, you can't be serious.
No offense, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense force.
What formality?
As things stands at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty.
Yes.
Which would mean, with one.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense. Your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Actually... the defendant could be guilty. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot on all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good gracious me! Order!
This is unprecedented behavior.
Counsel, a defense lawyer holding the accused's innocence in question. Are you sound mind?
Oh my god, he's laughing like fucking Gant from the first game.
It was a grand decision to put you my lawyer, so it was a grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Your job is done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
It's just the right honorable general so succinctly put it before. I can't go anymore, can't go anymore, anymore. In your closing statement, there was, how did you put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we're seeing genuine, or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming, and his unsightly rubbish would be disposed of properly, I said.
The thinking rich eyes guilty or something. You mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us a lovely part.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I'm compelled to declare premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce a verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the blood stain in the omnibus is genuine. We still haven't determined if the blood stain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Von Zieks,
My lord.
the case made by the prosecutor will forward. Plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait. When we evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Von Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant is not at the present time established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Well, Lord Von Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fellow, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Do you mean to tell you this has been a grand waste of time?
This is the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGill.
Good grief! You've said more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, it's something to be looking forward to then. Wahaha!
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Well, that's fascinating. That's a fascinating end to a trial, hey. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. This is an outrage. You should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. Holy shit. At the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. I sure wonder what to think about that. Like, this is breaking so many serious traditions in a way. Well, also in a way, also harkening back. But like, well. Okay. That certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mr. Sato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Aye, that you did.
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl's with him too.
Well, it seems that the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
But the sixth anonymous fireworks that you'll be letting off when the verdicts of not guilty. I'm sure you've seen them myself. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
That's so funny. Yes, definitely.
I heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And have you to thank, I suppose, for having the opportunity to see it. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha!
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out there free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you'll be a stray with in the head there for once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Wahaha, and 'tis water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved.
There's only one thing that matters to me. Aye. The fellow saying that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any free details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, so I have. I don't be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Wahahaha!
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no. I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Ah, be weast. You're a humble people, ye, are ye? From the east? Well, if you insist. But have these, still and all in all, you deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded! Everything's ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom?
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry, what inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again. Now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now, but as I'm understanding a member of London society, I do be doing me best to help wherever I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, very well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure in meeting yous. Hope you have a whale of a time whilst you're standing here in Great Britain.
And there he goes. A free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Oh shit.
Don't move!
Or as I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up.
Sorry.
And I hate all grown-ups.
Oh, there you are.
Ah, there you are. Oh, hello. You're on the box art.
Naughty, running off like that.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial of my run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah! Oh, do you want to play? You want to be free? Yeah!
Excuse me, but who are you?
A good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, no more smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though?
At all? Just took my eyes off her for a moment while I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What's it what?
No idea what this girl is talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory. What for? To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good, you see? I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours. We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye! I'm sorry for all the fuss. She was a lively one. Oh, hello. Hey, Bank. Welcome. Gina Lestrade Peak. Yeah, I feel like I've seen her design before. Well, do you think we perhaps ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right. But where to? Oh, we haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than to rush here. And we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of our lodgings. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. I love Gino so much, Miss Chloe. She seems fun. I'm looking forward to the end. I'm really fascinated by how this case ended. This game's really fucking breaking a lot of traditions, serious traditions, hey. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking Miss McGillicuddy. It'll be a little bit chilly time for this year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Oh, that's a fucking adorable but also sad face. Holy shit. I'm starting to regret turning Mrs. McGillicuddy down. At 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water!
Oh no.
Bring water, quick! What the? How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got
That
here,
looks like
it
an
was already
inspector.
engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh fuck.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
The judge?
Oh. This can't be.
Oh, he's a scar. Okay. And that's the end of... Oh, wow. Okay. Realm of the Reaper. I'm really liking how this is developing. Holy shit. Racist Edgeworth. He really is. There's only 5 cases. Really? I mean, of course that makes sense because we've got another one. I'm gonna go for a quick break. I need to get some more water. But I think I have time to start the next case tonight. I don't feel like stopping just yet. Wow. We can start the next case tonight, I think. I think we'll be good. Normally I'd end at the end of a case, but let's start the next one, I think. I'm really feeling I'm not gonna say the short. I'm not gonna say the short quote. Let me stop myself. Let me stop myself before I do that again. All right, I'll be right back. I know you just got here back, but I'll be back in a moment after I get some water. All right, hold up. Hold up. Water. Water. I got some water. Hello. Welcome back. Let me get my headphones on. This is a nightmare with a single hand. Every time. Oh god. I'm really liking this. This is going really well. Holy shit. Okay, how do I get this headphone on? Hold on. Hold up. There we go. Xenoblade fans drinking water for the first time. No fucking way. Have you seen? There's a video on YouTube where I think it's how Australians order water versus how Americans order water or something like that. I can't remember who uploaded it, but it I'll see if I can find it. I'll send it to you later. It's kind of funny in hindsight. I want to make another one where it'd be fun to make another one where it's like how Welsh cats order water versus how Americans order water. All right, let's start episode 4. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. The Clouded Heart. Interesting they left it in Japanese.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
All right. 19th of February. This is the next day, I think, actually. Like, quite literally just the next day, hey. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gaslights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Perdia, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive, and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we presented with the bill. I really am sorry. Oh, wow. Oh, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. London is a scary place. Oh, good morning. Oh, wait, who's speaking?
Oh, good morning to you this early hour.
Yes, well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We've come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Sato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of an imposing Lord Strongheart.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, yes. It was very eye-opening. Thank you. And in accordance to your instruction, Mr. Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh.
No longer are you a student of the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now.
No, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind. I'd like you to take it on at once, and trust that won't be a problem.
The case? Already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was clear. What were you hoping for?
Shinjitsu o tsugeru. to bring open the truth. Oh, alright, okay. I don't need to read this again. I just read this a few minutes ago. That was fascinating. can't just help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo. It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Whoa, let's trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry. What do you mean, Mr. Lord Stromheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
No. What? Mr. McGilded is dead? So he was inside the thing. I see. Right.
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Rip Boso. Anything I can examine from off love dialogue? That'd be nice. Let's make him marvel. Looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me. I think that's your first thought. Haven't? This seems the same. I think this is the same dialogue, actually. Is it? They're facing each other across the room. Does she talk about spirits possessing them? Sabama. Yeah. I thought maybe they were like the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates. No, in fact, in Europe, Sabama like these are always possessed by evil spirits. Yeah, okay, that's the same. Okay. I don't need to inspect anything. That's a bit of a shame! My Trails brain is kind of going, I need to inspect everything. But all the dialogue's the same, so there's no point. Mr. McGilded's death. I don't understand, what happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the old baby. As you presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the court.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime. Oh no, they killed the Phoenix right on the bus! He's fucking dead! Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded has been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No. How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak, but already. The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred cell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded.
That's awful.
The man must have slipped inside while the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the forum to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now.
Okay. I feel like they kill off every fucking character we meet all of a sudden.
An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge, I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention for examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now, the Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of ours, leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded. British course.
So, how do you find your first taste of our country's supreme court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was, wow. Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world part of our judicial system in Japan, which is only a few decades old. Wow, Sasato has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
The most advanced in the world, is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Simple? That was simple?
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be contrary, Longstromart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent, would you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, I can at least is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared a new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before then? Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me. It's a murder, and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite as urgent as your losses. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did you just read my mind?
That is to say, no one has died, as yet. And the trial will not be today, but there's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds.
So the trial's tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trials was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Miss McGilda's trial.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is a currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Oh.
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need a reminder of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes, that's right.
Here we go again.
Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you begin making preparation for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There's now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned there were the 23 hours. He said there was plenty of time.
One more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There's something I should like to ask you.
What's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something that you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asugi. I'll be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change our in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing.
Thing? Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do.
Something very important? And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain.
You're out of time. Well, thank you for your enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Miss Asugi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
I urge you to both focus your attentions on the matter at hand.
Look at him, there it is.
Taking a little bit of some of the police department charge of the case.
Here's fucking chips.
You'll be able to apprise me these days.
How long has he been there?
So I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Hello, sir. Could we trouble you?
What do you,
What kind of voice I want to do?
what do you think?
Lovely weather, isn't it?
What the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent in and out of your hand, you know?
But Susato-san said it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'll be having the life of you to talking to.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Neat theme.
Can you imagine what the other officers will be saying, Haven't said Gregson anywhere, have ya?
Oh yeah, this is a good voice for him.
Gregson? Anywhere, have ya? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. Going to tatters.
There's no need to rip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Hey?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant.
Hey!
It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable. How did she pull that off?
So, Lord Stronghart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson, Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san?
Is this another Holmes reference that I'm not getting or something?
Does this detective's name mean something to her? Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
No, it's my brother.
Sorry. You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact. Very well. Yes, he features prominently in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, thought so. I don't know what the original name was. I'm not familiar with this stuff, which might make me uncultured, one could say, but...
Oh, and that publication, what's it called again? Rants Magazine? That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the Mr. Sholmes? The great Mr. Sholmes, that's incredible.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Jones isn't a professional like myself, of course. He does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector Z. You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his words.
That's his highest praise?
That's his highest praise. Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments.
That is, he is not. Thanks to the magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
I have to admit that to start with. I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumors? Are you quite sure?
He's changed and he started hearing the stories. The fame's gone to his head, stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying some interesting things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they said, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as X is X.
I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Oh dear, perhaps a sudden price of fame does change people. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it could be simple.
Yeah, the problem means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking on the pavement of the bitter, Brielle Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in the hospital unconscious.
That's despicable. What kind of coward would attack a poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished off whoever, you would have finished whoever was off with the Susato takedown, would you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered her now.
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea.
Yeah.
After the incident took place, to be honest.
Cup OT. How do they say it? Like cup OT? Cup OT? I don't remember. So there must have been something left of the scene that led you directly to the culprit. Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question.
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry.
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why ever not?
Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trials tomorrow is Lord Barak von Zix.
No!
Sounds like you've heard of him then.
Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Von Zix. Believed to be the harbinger of death himself.
What is it? Or was it the Endbringer?
The Reaper of the Bailey.
Here we go.
Inspector, are you perhaps...
The inspector. Oh wait, shit. I chose the wrong one. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wow, this is a long conversation. I shouldn't have chosen it by accident. My bad. Reaper of the Bailey. Here we go.
Lord Baron Von Zix, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGilder told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
When Von Zix.
When Von Zix stands for the prosecution, they call him the sacrificial lambs. In every single trial, he's been prosecuted, the accused has been damned.
This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Von Zix, this is not a court of executed verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think... It means everyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not possible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean?
What happened to that bloke at the end, eh? He's dead.
Ah!
Because Magnus and Guild came to a crop in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
What are you saying?
Look, if Von Zix could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that?
Right, well, I've fulfilled you on the requested and very nearly out of chips. I'll be headed back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
And now I want chips.
It was Brielle Road, you said, didn't you, where the incident took place?
That's correct, ma'am. If you'd ever the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You found him a criminal already.
He's as good as shaking like a leaf in his cell he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53, thank you. There's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine that he'd be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I'm your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go! Alright, very nice. There's 2 places. What time is it now? Yeah, I think I'm gonna end off here today. We can continue this tomorrow. I had a bit of time, so I figured we'd start, but in terms of actually getting into the beef of this, the meat of this case, yeah. We can hold that off until tomorrow, I think, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for dropping by, Curb. Thanks for dropping by, Bank. I will see you next time. God, I'm loving this game. I'm loving this game so much. Alright, good night. Thank you, and I'll see you later.